it's KymNonStop.
And Arielle. I like to introduce myself.
Please do. We're gonna do the gender tag. Have you watched any of them yet?
I have like 2 trans people gender tags.
Right on.
I think that's the community that started it, so.
So let's go right into it. Number 1, how do you self-identify your gender and what does that definition mean to you?
I identify as a woman.
I identify as a woman.
And to me that means doing whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want it, and feeling empowered to do it and to inspire other women to feel the same and to not feel ashamed about your body and your sexuality and your gender expression.
Bam. What pronouns honor you?
She.
She. I use she.
I think other than he and she, they is the only other pronoun I would probably, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Number 3 is describe the clothing you most often wear.
Tank tops, short shorts.
I like to show off my arms.
Sneakers, yeah.
I feel like this is redundant on my channel because you guys see me, but spandex.
I'm not complaining.
Talk about your choices with body hair. How do you style your hair? Do you shave? Choose not to shave? Do you have facial hair?
This is a fun question.
Oh, it's good for us because we're Italian.
We're Italian and we know that we have mustaches and I bleach my mustache. Do you bleach your mustache?
I actually do nothing
Wax
with
it?
my mustache.
You're lucky. Mine's
No.
too dark. I have to bleach it.
When I say nothing, I have scissors.
You trim your mustache hair? Are you serious?
I used to get it waxed, but like my skin reacts really badly to waxing, and then I got threading, and I fucking
that
hate
hurts. That
threading.
hurts. What about vagina hair?
So,
I've been getting bikini, like laser hair removal down there, so I'm like silky clean right now, silky smooth.
I really like the option to have bush or to not have bush.
I don't like bush. Because I know, like, if I'm gonna go down on a girl,
It's nice to
have it clean. It is. That's just my opinion. Not that I'm gonna judge you if you don't, but
I like it when people trim, so I know I should probably trim. I'm currently totally untrimmed. Like it's a wild jungle down there. It goes in and out like with my mood. Sometimes I don't shave my legs. Sometimes I do shave my legs. And
I like my arm hair actually. I like having arm hair. I'm weird. I like arm hair, but I don't like hair anywhere else.
And in cycling, guys shave their legs. So
does it really make that big of a difference?
I particularly love it when you're in a peloton, like in a group of cyclists, and it's like all clean shaven male legs, and then I have like hairy legs. I actually like really enjoy that.
That's amazing.
Number 5, talk about cosmetics. Do you wear makeup? Do you paint your nails? What types of soaps and perfumes do you use, if any?
You'd be surprised, but I actually can't see. I actually do get pedicures all the time. I hope my feet don't smell. I don't think they do. We're not gonna go there. I get pedicures all the time, but I never let anybody touch my hands. I'm very weird about my hands.
What's up with that?
I don't know.
I'm currently like actually actively not getting manicures and pedicures because I went on sort of a rant on the beauty industry and how it's basically enslaving us, and you guys have heard it before, but I hate the amount of time we're expected to put into our appearance, so I've specifically gone against it now and cut my nails short always because I like to do things with my hands, and my toes look really wretched right now. If you are gonna be my friend or you're not gonna date me because of the way my toes look, then
bye. I wear like foundation and like cover up because I have dark circles, and once in a while I put eyeliner on and stuff like that, and I do a little blush, but I don't do anything crazy because I think this is me. Yeah.
I most often put on makeup for my YouTube videos sometimes, but you guys have also seen me totally without it, so you know it's all lies. Have you experienced being misgendered, and if so, how often?
I have, but only when I was very young, and I used to play hockey with old boys. I was a fucking beast.
Really?
Oh yeah. I played defense, so I was the one doing the hitting.
How did they let you play on an all-guy team?
You didn't have to be a boy, but I was the only girl in the league.
Hell yeah, I like that.
I was the only girl in the league, and I punched a kid out once.
Hell yeah.
He deserved it.
I shouldn't encourage that, but I'm like...
No, he was hitting me from behind. Yeah. That sounds dirty, but he was like cross-checking me from behind, and I wasn't having it, and I turned around and knocked him out. Right. Punched him out, yeah. He felt like a tree. That kid was like 6 feet tall.
Good for you.
Never touched me again.
Do you still feel like you can punch like that?
Probably not. No, I was a beast back then. Now I'm like... After I came out of the closet, I got more girly. It was like the weirdest thing ever. I don't know why. Maybe that has to do with gender. Like, I felt like...
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable with my sexuality, so now I feel more comfortable expressing my gender as it is.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
I've experienced being misgendered. Similarly, I wasn't wearing, well, I was a bike messenger in New York for 6 years, and in the wintertime, we're wearing bike helmets, we're wearing like everything, like we're basically covered. You can see our face a little bit, but definitely people being like, sir, hang on, you can't go in that way, sir, this, sir, that, dude, whatever. Hanging out with all guys all the time. And so yeah, I have been, but I'm not offended. And I feel like people are gonna eventually just stop with the whole like gendering people right off the bat. Hopefully in like a few years that'll happen in the next few decades. Talk about children. Are you interested in having children? Would you want to carry a child if that were an option for you? And do you want to be a primary caretaker for any children you may have?
I love kids, and kids love me because I'm an old soul, but I don't want kids of my own. I just like having fun with other people's kids. That sounds so bad. Let me reword that.
I thought that was all I wanted. I'm starting to wonder now, and it's, if you can't get pregnant, I don't want to be pouring tons of chemicals and money into trying to get pregnant.
So right now you're saying you're at that point where you might have to decide soon?
Yeah, I'm at that like, and I'm kind of mad about it. And this like, that's why I get emotional and that's why like, I'm kind of mad about it. I'm mad that I get put in that position. That it's like,
but you're putting yourself in that position. I didn't even think about that.
Because you don't want kids, but I don't know.
No, but I wouldn't be like, well, I don't know how old you are, but like, well, you're 45. Let's say if she was 45, oh, you got to start thinking about kids, in the next 2 years. Like, I don't think about that because.
But people say that to me. Like, my boss has said that to me. Like,
but you know what it is? Because I'm gay, I think I've grown up completely different than most people would have expected it anyway. So I don't tend to fit in the traditional gender roles in society anyway. So I don't usually see that in other people. Does that make sense? Like, I would never categorize you as that type of person. Like, oh, she's getting to that point where she's got to make that decision.
Yeah. Do you get a lot of pressure from other people ever? Like, are you gonna have kids? Do people ask you that a lot? Or do
nobody asks me that.
Do you think it's because
I think
you're
it's because
lesbian?
I'm lesbian, yeah.
And I'm straight.
But that doesn't mean that lesbians don't want kids. There's plenty of people who do. It's just that people just assume that if you're straight you want kids and that if you're gay you don't.
Yeah. And I hate that assumption.
And both of us, it's putting both people in a box.
Yeah. I like this question, talk about money. Is it important for you to earn more than any partner you may have? Do you prefer to pay for things like dates? Are you uncomfortable when others pay for you?
I've always been 50-50 with when I dated guys, when I thought that I was straight, even though I knew I was gay. And I'm still comfortable with doing 50-50 with women. I think it's the best way, to be honest. But if somebody couldn't pay, I don't mind paying the full thing.
Are you dating right now?
No, right now I'm single.
Okay. But that's what I meant, like dating.
Oh yeah, I'm like, yes,
going on dates.
right now I'm like dating around, yeah.
So that's nice because like in that same gendered situation, like it's almost, do you feel like it's unspoken 50-50?
I think when it's the same gender, when it's two women or two men, I think most people still go back to the heteronormative idea that the more feminine person is the woman in the relationship.
Really?
Yeah, but that's not necessarily true. You're both women or you're both men or a guy and a girl, it doesn't matter. There is such a thing as, like there is a hierarchy in some way where somebody's going to be more of the provider, but that doesn't mean that you don't want to also be taken care of.
I struggle with it. I feel uncomfortable when people pay for me. And it's almost like, it's weird because I am more often than not dating men, a female in this situation, like it's assumed that things are paid for me, but I almost always insist on 50-50 and sometimes I even pay. Like,
but that's good.
In my mind, it's like a who earns more sort of thing. I always go based on that, which you don't always know what people earn.
Right.
So, but I'm always like, if I assume I earn more than someone, then I would really feel bad if they paid for me. I have this dream where I want to be the breadwinner and I want a house husband.
I would be your house husband if I was a guy.
I hate cleaning.
I love cleaning. I hate cooking. Cook me dinner and I will clean the whole house.
Well, if you were a house husband, you'd actually have to do both. Because I'd be your
I'll order out and pretend. I'll like Mrs. Doubtfire, I'll order out and then pretend that I cooked it.
That's fine. That's fine. Anything else you want to share about your experience with gender?
Let me think. I've had people say to me that if I dress a certain way, that I should identify as a different gender. I don't think gender is the same thing as gender expression. In fact, I think gender expression is what most people are actually trying to do. I'm trying to say. I think that, I don't want to say this because I don't want to get hate, but personally, I don't think there are multiple genders. I think you could be, I think you have dysphoria as a trans person, but I think the word trans can mean multiple genders, gender expressions, just the same way as a cis person could experience different types of gender expression. That's just me. I don't know if you want to put that in. But that's how I really feel. I don't understand non-transsexual genders. Either you have this, to me, either you have dysphoria or you don't. But you can express your gender however the hell you want, and you don't have to identify differently because of that. You can be a man in a dress and be a fucking man, right? Like you could be a woman and be a tomboy and dress in men's clothes and be a fucking woman. Like you don't have to identify as genderqueer to do that. To me, you should be able to identify as one or the other, or be trans, which is technically still identifying as one or the other, and you should be able to fully express yourself however you please.
Yeah, I mean, saying male or female, I feel like in any given moment, a woman can possess manly traits. It seems like it's just a way for us to categorize things, because we as humans like to understand things via categories. Like, we're like, how do I understand this? And so if I'm like, I'm a woman, but more often than not, I possess very masculine traits. Like, I know that about myself. Like, I work out a lot, I am not wearing makeup, I'm like a tom girl, but like, you know, probably on the inside, I probably feel like a man most of the time, like penis envy, like, I don't know, like power, strength, like I like to be the dominant person, so.
But you shouldn't be, my point with gender, you shouldn't be considered, exactly. You shouldn't be another gender because you feel that way. Yeah. You're comfortable in the body that you have. Therefore, you are a woman. But I don't understand other genders besides trans.
What other genders?
Gender queer, agender, I don't understand them.
Okay.
I think
I don't either.
No, you're a man, a woman, or you were born in the wrong body as a trans person. Other than that, in my opinion, gender is a spectrum as far as expression. I don't think there's different genders, but I'll get hate for that. But like that's what I feel, because like I said, I feel like when people say, well, if you're a man that does this, you're not a man. No, you're still a fucking man, because then you're placing a box on what men should be. And that you're trying to make your own box, but you're still putting other people in a box. Anyway, so you're not helping.
Today's rant brought to you by Arielle.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding. Make sure you check out Arielle's channel if you haven't already. You probably already have, but and my channel, subscribe, like this video, and subscribe to her channel.
And if you're coming over from my channel, subscribe to her, because she's awesome as a straight girl. She's alright. She's alright. She's hot though. She's a little hot. You just try to take my bra off.
I tried to take her clothes off.
Girl! Turn this camera over right now. Turn it up. Turn it up.